Good day, everybody. We're going to talk more about the Dragon Reborn.
Stop talking.
We're going to talk more about the Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan, The Wheel of Time. This time we're going to talk about...
Wheel of Time. I'm going to throw a wheel at your face.
We're going to talk about...
Hey, how about this? If you guys have a tire wheel, smack it into your keyboard and subscribe like that. If you do that... Actually, if someone does do that, please let us know because that would be awesome. But
and if you break your keyboard... We're not responsible.
We're not responsible for it. But so, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell.
That's right.
And watch our videos if you want to.
Yep. And today we're going to talk more about Matt and the Dragon Reborn.
Complete topic switch. Okay.
Yep. We're going to talk about Matt and the Dragon Reborn and maybe other things. We don't know. Depends how long we talk about Matt.
First of all, most important thing to know about Matt. He is a womanizer.
Yes, he's a womanizer. And he is... I don't know. I always every time I see that I'm getting ready to hit a Matt chapter, I like it because
he's really silly.
He's off it's off the wall. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna, and I don't know. I just enjoy all the Matts. In this book, we start to get more of Matt's personality. In this, we find out that he is really, really, really lucky. Really lucky.
Lucky enough to literally win basically any gamble.
Right.
Anything to do with luck.
Exactly.
Which book was it that he kicked two guys' butts?
That was the last book.
Wasn't
it? No, it was this book.
It was. I don't remember.
I believe it was this book when he beats Galad and Gawain.
Yeah, and then the teacher's just like, guess what? These two guys right here who are trying so hard with you guys, you know what? They just got beat by a farm boy.
Yep. Basically, yep. And the lesson was, just because somebody's a farm boy, you gotta take... Don't take him lightly.
Yeah, and it's just like he wins, man, and then and then he gets a bunch of bad looks from all these women, and he's just like
because they hurt
Galad. He hurt the pretty boy. And
Galad.
And then he's just like, well, I'm gonna get killed by the end of the day.
Yeah, all these Aes Sedai around me. So
all these Aes Sedai are out for me.
Right. So
I beat up their dreamer.
So we begin with him getting cured, and then he's trying to leave the White Tower. And as he's leaving the White Tower, he
encounters some suicidal soulless.
Yes, he does.
What is the point of that?
Great men.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I know what it is now. Yep. Because the soulless they're meant to be a one-time, immediate thing. Assassin. But if they failed in their mission, then they recognize their face and they're like, well, now I'm useless, and then they're dead.
I don't know if they kill themselves if they fail.
They do. This guy was like, oh. Okay, and then when my chest really hurts now. But rule number 1: don't punch yourself in the chest. It hurts. So basically, this guy failed at killing Matt. So he stabbed himself and fell off the roof, and I'm just like, why did you do that?
Oh, did he kill himself?
Yeah, he's
remembering that right. I thought Matt killed him.
No, he killed one of them, then the other one's just and then sometimes you'll find them that are dead, and then it's just like, how did they die? There's no one else here.
Right.
And then it's just like, well, there's only one way they could have died. They killed themselves. Because they always end up putting the two ones at the White Tower were just like knife in chest, and then it's like crossbow trap, and I don't even know why that one.
I think somebody else killed him.
Probably.
Anyways, let's move on. So we also find that Matt really likes to help other people out,
and doesn't like it to admit it.
Yes. He always gripes about helping other people out, but he does it. And in this case, he kind of helps Tom Maryland out. I don't know if I pronounced his last name.
He lost his girlfriend.
Yeah. In this book, we see that Tom is depressed. He likes to drink heavily, and he lost, and like you said, in the second book, he lost his girlfriend, the girl he was training.
And then he kills the people who did it, and I'm just like, yeah. I love when he's just like, you made one mistake, and the guy's like, oh, what'd I do? And just like, you shouldn't have touched the girl.
Yeah.
And then he did.
Yep.
And it's just like, you got that coming. Don't mess with the gleam.
Right. So we got Tom and Matt going. They leave, and then before they left, Elaine, the daughter heir, gives Matt a note to give it to her mom, and then there he runs into Morghese, Queen of Morghese, who we find is kind of entranced with one of the Forsaken.
Indeed.
Yep.
I now know which one it is.
That's great. We won't spoil it here.
He is also a womanizer, but a little bit more manipulative.
Yep. Well, yeah, because he's able to
he's just
hypnotize people.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's not gonna flirt with you. He's gonna just be like, "Haha, you're mine now," and then your mind's just all fuzzy, and
he's
you're
gonna
like,
use magic on you.
He's like, you're like, ooh, please this guy, and then he's just like.
So one of the important encounters is he runs into a firework maker named.
I thought you were about to say a fire hydrant.
Firework maker named Aludra, who gives him some fireworks, gives him specific orders: do not open the fireworks.
Obviously, he does.
And that's the funny part.
It's just like, don't open it, or it will explode. Right. And then he's just like, there's a chance that it might not. Like, a few days later, he's like, I'm going to open it. And then Tom's just like screaming. I'm like, no, what are you doing? And he's like, and it doesn't go off. And Tom is just like, don't do that. And Matt's just like, but it didn't go off. And Tom's like, you do that again, I'm going to throw a knife at you.
Tom's like freaking out while Matt's over here opening up fireworks.
He's just like,
don't do that. And then he said, can you and then there is another part where he's like, can you at least not open them by the fireplace?
Yeah. He's just like, don't open it there. And I'm like, it's just like Tom just scream at him, and Matt's just like, open up gifts for Christmas. Yep. It's my birthday. Pop, pop.
Yep. And so we get to, I guess we're going to skip through and get to the end where he uses the fireworks and to blow a big hole into the, into the building. What's that? The tower, right?
What tower?
Anyways, he blows a big hole so he can rescue the girls, because he finds out the girls are being captured.
Oh, yeah.
And so, if you didn't know, this is a spoiler thing.
Oh, yeah, Calandor, right?
Yeah, so he goes in there and he fights some Black Aja people, and then... And then they don't... Naive, Elaine, and Egwene don't even thank him for the help. Instead, they just boss him around.
I think Elaine was pretty good at not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also Elaine had a minor concussion, so.
Yeah, but they bossed him around.
Naive and Egwene were just like, you guys are just you got hurt, and Matt's just like, this is the last time I'm ever gonna save your butts.
Yeah. Yes.
Just like, if you want out, do it yourself, because I'm not doing it.
So.
You have that.
Anything else about Matt?
Matt is
from this book. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, so we get more of Tom. I think, I want to say, is Julian in this book, or is that the next book?
Poor Julian.
Yep, so
he had his freaking reputation ruined because he was caught by the Black Aja and manipulated, and then he's like... Oh, yeah. And now he's like, it wasn't my fault. I didn't want to.
Right, so we meet Julian, who... And Julian's pretty cool. I like Julian. Do you like Julian?
Yeah.
He's a thief catcher.
I feel like Nynaeve gives him a lot of grief, though.
Yeah, yes,
and it's just like, he didn't really deserve that because it's not his fault.
Yeah, a lot of people give him grief.
It's just like, well, I mean, they're the Black Aja, and they do things that you're not supposed to do, so...
Yeah. Alright, Julian's good. We meet Julian more in the next book. I like his personality. And so I think this is it for Matt, right? And this probably finishes it for the boys.
I mean, you have Rand versus the Dark.
Well, yeah, let's talk about Rand real quick. So, as we mentioned in our first video of this, we don't really get much of Rand's point of view. The parts we do see of Rand, he's pretty
violent.
Yes, violent. He just doesn't he cut off everybody's head on one scene. Or at least a dark friend's head, like the lady. Doesn't he kill her hair off?
You know, I know that. I know he does that, but I don't remember who that was. I'm reading the fifth book right now, and it keeps popping up in there. But I'm just like, I totally forget who this person was supposed to be.
Right. So, yep. So we don't get much of Rand, but we see he's strict, and then in the end he fights. Ishmael.
Well, he goes by the name of Alzman, but
right.
He fights him, kills him. He tries to fight Bilal, and then he gets poofed out of the timeline. So,
right.
And it's just like, okay, then I was the most disappointing Forsaken fight I think I'm ever gonna see, because that was just sad. It's just like swing, cling, cling, and then Moraine's just like fire, and then he's dead. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I think there's two of them gets killed. She kills one, and he kills the other.
Yeah, she kills one with balefire, and then Rand impales the other one with light.
I guess we gotta mention that Rand does the impossible. There's the sword of
the sword light. That is not a sword.
Yeah,
which is a really long and weird name.
Right, the sword is not a sword, and it's supposed to be impossible to get, and he does it basically by himself. And he does get some help from some Aiel, so we get to. So in this book, we do get an introduction to the Aiel. In the next book, we get the whole history of the Aiel, and
the most boring.
They did play a major role throughout the series, and
history. I'm just like, I'm not supposed to be in history class.
Right, and so I think this is the end, right?
I don't know.
We hope you guys have a great time watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope we entertained you a little bit.
If you
have any comments, put them in the comments below.
Yes.
And have a great mañana.
Why? Bye.